Hello, my name is Villarreal. Um, this is my final speech for my public speaking class. I'm joined by three of my friends here today. This is my speech on Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So let's get started. Um, Start with a bit of an introduction about him. Imagine having little to no money, not knowing to do with your life, and having your dreams crushed. But now you're one of the most famous celebrities in the sports and entertainment sphere. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the dude on the slide, is his life story is a prime example of perseverance, leadership, and reinventing oneself in the entertainment field. His life story is totally inspiring. And to learn about after I learned a little bit about him after I did a little bit of research online. You might know The Rock from the WWE or blockbusters such as Jumanji or Red One. Today, I will focus and highlight three main points that made The Rock the person who he is today. Number one, his struggles he experienced at a young age and how he persevered and transformed himself through that. Number two, his massive impact he's had through the sports and entertainment field. And finally, number three, his noticeable influence as a remarkable leader and philanthropist. Okay, let's talk a little bit about his early life and his career start. Let's begin by talking about The Rock's early struggles and how that shaped him into the person we know him as today. Dwayne Johnson's early journey dealt with struggle, pain, and perseverance. At a young age, Johnson experienced hardship, depression, and was arrested as a teen. In a 2021 article from Men's Health by Philip Ellis, Johnson explains the first time he sought help for depression, stating that asking for help is not a weakness. As a matter of fact, asking for help is our superpower. Not every problem can be solved by yourself. Dwayne Johnson was a professional football player at the University of Miami, but he unfortunately suffered from a devastating injury. He then experienced a different path forward by wrestling professionally in the WWE. He followed in the footsteps of his father, who was also a wrestler in the WWE. In a BBC Culture article, Allison Wilkinson writes how rebranding as The Rock, his persona, opened the door for his acting career and painted a new spotlight on the WWE and sports entertainment field. After he became a wrestling superstar, he now began to experience the high points of a long and illustrious career. Dwayne Johnson pushed the boundaries in both the wrestling and Hollywood spheres. He was a 10-time WWE champion and allowed for the mainstream public to become more interested in it due to his grit, humor, and likable appeal. He allowed the door of wrestlers becoming mainstays in Hollywood to become more common. Think of other actors like John Cena and Dave Bautista. He has now become one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood due to his recognizable acting and inspiring attitude. He constantly stars in blockbuster, box office blockbusters that rake in money. According to a 2024 GQ profile written by Ali Chaudhry, Johnson is so appealing to everyone because he maintains that profile of being relatable no matter what movie he stars in. He communicates with his audience and always remains authentic. Also, in the Guardian article about The Rock's success, written by Peter Bradshaw, he writes that the secret to The Rock's success is that he stars in a wide variety of movies, such as Jumanji and Moana, that always blend action with a message and full of heart. Dwayne Johnson stars in a lot of summer blockbusters, but the most important aspect of him, I believe, is what he does outside of acting and how he uses his wide influence well. Johnson uses his popular influence to teach, inspire, and connect with his audience. He has a massive following on Instagram where he makes posts inspiring his audience with some wisdom, what he's always up to, and most importantly, any personal struggles he's going through. He's always honest about his mental health, like I mentioned earlier. That allows for him to connect. That allows for men to connect with him on a deeper level, which is not always seen nowadays. Johnson's personality, as well, is deeper than just being a celebrity. It shows a prime example of a man who loves his family, has passion for his craft, and is a good example of prime positive masculinity. His success doesn't come from making millions of dollars. It comes from how he connects with his audience and the ability to change lives as an example of vulnerability. It's also an example of humor in a space that is often trained with controversy and anger. He's made the Rock Foundation, which is an example of humility and hustle. In a biography.com article about him, his commitment to his mana, it's the Polynesian word for energy, family, and work, has led to adoration from his fans and peers that have worked with him. Johnson's legacy is not made up of his accolades and accomplishments in film and wrestling. Rather, how he has been a prime example of staying true to oneself. Dwayne The Rock Johnson has been able to rise from a dark place at a young age, became a trailblazer in wrestling and film, and most importantly, became a good example of humility to his audience. If I were able to speak to Dwayne Johnson right now, I would thank him for his ability to inspire me to be strong in my craft and teach me to be humble in whatever space I'm in. Thank you for listening. Does anyone have any questions? Yes.
What's your favorite film that Dwayne The Rock Johnson is starring in?
Currently, or has been?
Yeah,
I like the Scorpion King. He's pretty cool in that. That's his first movie after he got out of the WWE. It kind of led him to become more of a titan of acting in Hollywood. I really like that one.
I
Thank you.
like that one too.
Awesome. All right. Thank you for listening.